play a little game of transfer musical chairs, or should I say 6 degrees of transfer separation, because there's quite a lot to look at here with the latest rumours. And when I say latest rumours, this stuff is going at 100 mile an hour with West Ham. Now, what we're going to do is just park the transfers of Magassa and Fernandes for the moment, right? We'll just leave them. We've already discussed them. And I'm very aware that what I'm about to discuss could get old very quickly, but a lot of stuff gets old very quickly, particularly over the last couple of days. Why? Because West Ham are on a massive hurry up to try and rectify the inactivity that was prevalent at the start of the transfer window. So Magassa and Fernandes, deal's done. Medical's done as far as we know. Maybe the club will announce it whilst I'm uploading this video. But according to, well, not just ex-West Ham United employee, a couple of others as well, we're after another midfielder. I alluded to him earlier, and it's Quinten Timber, not Jurien. So Quinten Timber, very important, is at Feyenoord. And Jurien Timber, he is obviously at Arsenal. Now, I've actually spent... I've got to have a little guilty pleasure here. We're really lucky on Hammers Chat because of our wonderful patrons, because we do Patreon, which is our third Hammers Chat channel. You can check it out in the link below and have a little look. We've got a 7-day free trial going over there. But we have Y-Scout, and Y-Scout is sort of the international global scouting software, which allows you to really go and do a deep dive on certain players. So I've just done that, and it's sort of motivated me to do this video. And the player I did a deep dive on was Quinten Timber. I've convinced myself within the last half an hour, because I might well be a 51-year-old man, but I am an excitable child at heart, and I've decided, I've got a bit of FOMO, I've decided this is the guy that we need. But there's a disappointment with this. I think if we do get this guy, if we are genuinely interested, and I don't know if we are or not, I'm only going by other people's transfer rumours here, I think we lose Lucas Paqueta. So, right, let's rewind a little bit now. Quinten Timber we want him, but so do Bayer Leverkusen. If Bayer Leverkusen get him, they are going to move on Aleix García. You remember Aleix García? Well, you bloody ought to. We did a video about him yesterday. I think if we don't get Timber, we get Aleix García. And again, Lucas Paqueta leaves. See what I mean about the musical chairs here? And I think Aleix García is a good player. But I want Timber. Which is strangely ironic if you've gone and seen our preview earlier of me and Gio talking about Wood. I haven't got Wood, but I want Timber. Let's put it that way. I like almost everything about him. He seems to be genuinely two-footed, this player. Got a real eye for goal. Got a decent eye for a pass, but he works his arse off. I mean, he really does. The other thing, which I didn't know, he is captain of Feyenoord. Now, we are completely devoid of leadership at West Ham. We really are. It's nowhere near good enough. In fact, I've sort of convinced myself, and I don't know how true this is, I've just convinced myself that the one reason James Ward-Prowse is in the West Ham team at the moment is because of his personality and his character. Can't because of the set pieces, can't because of his pace, and it can't be really for any sort of footballing reasons. Any player that we can get in who has a captain, or you've got to assume has some form of leadership qualities, otherwise why would Feyenoord have made him the captain? What I loved, I realised I appreciated when I watched the scouting footage that I was going to go and watch somebody that could score goals. You can see those stats for yourself, but they don't tell you the other stuff. The amount of times he sprints back, he'll bring some much needed pace to the team. The amount of time he sprints back into defence and helps out. That, by the way, that noise is Zippy. He's eating a cardboard tube. That's him there. Sorry, you're just going to have to put up with it, I'm afraid. I'm not going to boot him out mid-video. He runs back and he helps out the defence. Timber, not Zippy. He doesn't help out any defence at all. Probably bite the defender's leg, but that's about it. I really like him. I'd really like to get this player, and I think it would... I can imagine the midfield in my mind, even though I've not seen Magassa play yet. But if he is a defensive midfielder, even if he's not, I can imagine Freddie Potts there. But I can imagine this midfield, this technical midfield, with Fernandes there and with Timber. Because one, one creative player is not enough, and Fernandes is certainly that. So Fernandes and Paqueta, that's absolutely fine. But I do think, look, I'd rather not sell Paqueta, truth be known. But if we're going to have to, if we're going to get a good price, then we can fix something else. If we can get the creativity and a bit of pace, then I certainly think Timber would do that. So, look, I really like it. Now, let's go on to the next rumour that I've seen. Now, I can't remember the geezer's name, but it's somebody on Twitter, and he's an ITK on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to put too much stock by this, but he has said that Aston Villa have approached West Ham to see if they can sign Lucas Paqueta. The reason I'm not putting too much stock by this is the same ITK who yesterday said that Magassa was going to join Frankfurt, which is just not the case. So I think, look, everyone could get stuff wrong. I would never expect every ITK to get everything right. But if you got something wrong yesterday, I don't think that's great. The other thing he said, there he goes again. He said the Agurd rumour was his. Agurd to Sunderland, that was his rumour as well, which I'm not certain of. So for that reason, Magassa's not going to join West Ham. He's going to join Frankfurt, and Agurd's going to sign for Sunderland. When he then goes on and says Aston Villa are going to sign Lucas Paqueta, I think, oh, well, I'm not so sure, mate. I'm not so sure on that one. Don't know. Whether it's Aston Villa or anybody else, I can see a situation where Lucas Paqueta goes. I think it would be very, very difficult to make the case for Paqueta staying if we sign Fernandes and we sign Quinten Timber, or we sign Fernandes and we were to then sign Aleix García. The dog is just looking at me at the moment. Hello, what you doing? He's so big now. He's hard to even get up it. I'll let you out. Do you want to go out? Go on then. He's going to go out. He's going to go and bark through the fence. And next door's dog. He's never met next door's dog, but they just bark at each other through the fence. Actually, he's not. He's trying to dig a hole outside the man cave. He's a proper dog, to be fair. But anyway, there you go. That's really what's going on. It can. That's. I don't know if you can see. His tail was wagging there. There you go. Looks like we're signing a player. Looks like, in fact, that bit was a nice surprise with it being Fernandes, but it could well be that we are signing 3 players. I'm thinking possibly it's not stopped there. I hope it's not stopped there. If we could get another central defender and we could get a striker. Imagine if we got the goalkeeper as well. I would then think, okay. I just think we stand a better chance of doing something this season. Whether it is Graham Potter that feels the benefit of that, I mean, I'm not so sure. But at this point, I just want West Ham to survive, and I don't overly care. It's just, if it's not Potter, then the next manager to come in. We need, as I keep mentioning in the last 4 videos, enough flexibility and enough options in the squad that a manager can come in and make a difference. If it's not Potter, if someone else wants to change formation, there has to be enough there for him to do so. There you go. Watch this space. It could all change very, very quickly. Now, I'm going to get this uploaded before the news changes again.